So as of December 2021, when we went to Puerto Rico, all we had to do was fill out the forms on the TravelSafe website and upload our vaccination card. Forms, you will get a QR code which you will show at the airport once you land. And if you are vaccinated, make sure you bring your vaccination card because a lot of restaurants and places you go into do check your vaccination card. We got into San Juan about 7 a.m. in the morning and decided to go to Cafetería Manonlin for some breakfast. Our food is here. So this one is the sandwich de jamón y queso. I got the sandwich beefsteak, which is a steak sandwich. Here are the 3 sauce options. We have picante, we have ketchup, and mayo ketchup. Cafe Manonlin is a pretty well-known spot, so we were really happy that we got to try it out without waiting in line or with the rest of the crowds. Food was tasty and affordable, and I highly recommend. We stayed in Hotel El Colonial, which was in the heart of Old San Juan. We stayed there for 5 nights, and I have absolutely 0 complaints about this place. It's newly renovated. The entire staff were so friendly and accommodating to us. And not to mention, there is an open bar that is complimentary. So any time of the day, if you want a drink or water or coffee, it's all there for you. Our bags are already up here, ready for us. Luckily, we're on the 2nd floor because there are no elevators here. So they do have some rules. There's no smoking. There's a $250 fine. And also there's a $20 fine if you stain any of the towels. So they reminded me that they do have makeup remover wipes. After our little midday siesta, we headed over to Cafe Mallorca, which was just a couple minutes walk from our hotel for lunch. We got my cafe con leche and then some bread with butter. Looks good. Our arroz con pollo is here, and we have our beans. We have some plantains. I love plantains. I think our server told us to mix the beans, so I added some beans in here. Oh, look at that. Woo! We just finished our lunch at Mallorca behind us, and the food was so good. It was so good. So if you're here, come to Mallorca. We went to El Morro 30 minutes before they closed, so we had to explore really quickly. It's $10 per person to get in, or if you have a national park pass, then it's free. So we just bought in helados Caribe, which has like coconut and passion fruit and mango. It's just $5, but there's like 10 scoops in here and it's melting. So we found one of the many bars that they have here. We just sat down and then we ordered 2 mojitos. La Placita de Santurce is about a 15-minute drive from Old San Juan, and it definitely is a local spot to hang out and have drinks and socialize with friends. So we came here hoping that they would have a piña colada or dessert, and they don't have either. But we'll order a drink anyway. Well, forget what we said because we managed to get a piña colada. And this is the Bastard Going Bananas, which has gin, Courvoisier cognac, ginger beer, bananas, and some bitters in it. Isn't it cute? It looks like a pineapple. JungleBird was a super cool bar with delicious drinks, great customer service, and really cool, chill ambiance. So we left La Placita de San Turce and we went back to Viejo San Juan, and we're at Lao. I don't know. It's an Italian place. We got the chicken breast with the patatas fritas and the mac and cheese. Oh, it smells so good. We were so shocked at how delicious this Italian restaurant was. Everything was 10 out of 10, so good. Good morning. Today is our first full day in San Juan. Well, actually, yesterday we got in really early, so that practically counts as a full day. So today the plan is that we're going to go to Casa Bacardi, which I think is like a 20-minute Uber ride from Old San Juan, and we have like a cocktail class that we're going to take. But yeah, we're gonna head out now and find some breakfast because we don't want to be drinking on an empty stomach. Okay, we are at Cuatro Sombras bakery / cafe, and we needed to get at least some food in our system before we went to Casa Bacardi for our cocktail class. So we got 2 pastries. I think this is the meat one. This here is the guava one. Like sweet on the outside. It has ground beef in the inside. This is good. This is the guava one. Cute cafe, great location, and delicious pastries. What else can you ask for? We made it to Casa Bacardi for our mixology class, and this was about a 20-minute Uber ride from Old San Juan. We purchased tickets to the mixology class ahead of time online for $75 per person, and this includes a welcome drink, a tour around the facilities, and the mixology class where you make 2 drinks. We get a complimentary drink, but Jose's upgrading for $4 because he wants the frozen pina colada. Okay, I have my daiquiri here, and then we have our frozen pina colada. Okay, our tour is starting, so we're heading over to the trolley. Let's see where they take us. For the first stop of the tour, we went to the Bacardi Family Museum, where we were given a brief history about the Bacardi family and how everything started in Puerto Rico. After the brief history lesson, we went straight into rum tasting. We were each given a glass of Bacardi rum, and they explained to us on how to sip it, what to smell, what it should taste like. Pretty interesting stuff. Now it was time for a mixology class. Our tour guide was also our mixology teacher. I really love the setup. Each person gets their own station and all the supplies they need to make a mojito and a pina colada. We just finished our mixology class and our tour, and do we recommend it? Yes, we do! 3 drinks, because you get a welcome drink and then you make 2 drinks in the mixology class, and you get the tour as well too, which is pretty informative, and then you get to sip some of the rum. So we got some empanadas at it's called the El Kiosca, I believe. We got the tripleta and the pinono. I'll put what the ingredients are on the screen. This one has the plantains and the ground beef. It's called a pinono. The plantains make it sweet. After the tour, we went back to Old San Juan and decided to just explore and roam around the city. All right, so let's go through the San Juan gate. It used to be protected by guards. Ooh, the sun. The sun is setting. It's not too hot. It's not too smelly from all the cats. And if you can see, on the other side of the water is the Casa Bacardi. Sorry, it's Casa Bacardi. All right, so we made it to La Casita, which is this restaurant behind me. And I guess the appeal is that they start decorating for Christmas 90 days before Christmas. So we got sat out in the little terrace area, and there's a nice view of the water. We ordered some drinks because the drinks look delicious. Our pina colada is here, and it even has it says, "We all love pina colada, Puerto Rico." And then this is the jail monkey. This one has rum and banana and coconut water in it. Our food is here. I'll put the names on the screen because I forgot what it was called. But this here it's a sandwich, and then you can dip it in this juice. And then we got this here, which has beef on the inside. We just finished our dinner at La Casita. I would say come here for the drinks. The food was good. It was okay, but it was overpriced, and we found there's cheaper food out there. But come here for the drinks and for the views, the scenery sitting outside, and the Christmas decorations. Good morning. It's 6:30, and we are walking to Plaza de Colón because that's where we are getting picked up to go on our day trip to Culebra Island. Okay, 2 hours later on the bus, and we made it to the port, and we got our wristbands, and we should be boarding soon. So on your wristband, you're assigned a number, and you get assigned an area as well. All right, we got our mango juice. Jose got his pina colada. We made it. So we're supposed to be going to Culebra Island, but per captain's, orders, we had to go to this island instead because the water is supposedly there's like 5 to 7 foot waves going to that island. So we're here, and this is probably 20 minutes from where we departed versus Culebra, which they said is about an hour. So that's where we docked our yacht. And then from there you have to swim over to here. And if you don't know, I don't swim, but they do provide you with these floaties. And if you don't feel safe swimming, or you don't know how to swim, or you don't want to use the floaties, the guys that work on the boat, they will help you get onto shore. Top-notch service right there. So let's talk about the trip here. So again, it was about 20 minutes, and thank God for Dramamine, because I usually get such bad seasickness, and you're literally like this in the boat. So in between the time when we're coming from the port to here, you get some water, you get your choice of juices, and you get some snacks as well, like you get a granola bar. And then lunch will be served in about an hour, and that's when the bar will be open as well too. So pretty good. So the plan is that we're given, I think, about 4 hours on this island, and then we're gonna go, I think, somewhere over there, and we're gonna snorkel. So we were a little nervous on how busy this island will be, because we've definitely been on like island hopping excursions before where the island is like super packed. For example, when we were in Thailand, I think we went to, I don't know, the Phi Phi Islands.
can't remember, but I'll put it up here. And it was just jam-packed with people. And so far, this isn't so busy. There's, aside from our boat, there's 3 boats here so far, and just tons of open space. Okay, we're back for lunch. We have a pasta salad, a bean salad, and we have a chicken mayo wrap. So this is the chicken mayo wrap. It's actually really tasty. We're really hungry. And we got 2 pina coladas.
After lunch and after our stop at Icacos Beach, we went snorkeling. If you plan on going snorkeling, make sure you bring your own snorkeling gear, and I highly recommend bringing some water shoes as well. That way you don't get your feet cut up.
We got some post-snorkel injuries.
For $120 per person, including the shuttle to and from Old San Juan, I highly recommend this day trip. It was so much fun. The crew was amazing, so friendly. They explained everything so well. There's an open bar. They provided fruit for us on the way back. There was a great lunch and just snacks to keep us full. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend. So worth it for the price that you pay. We headed back to Old San Juan and it was time to look for some dinner.
So while Jose is ordering our Mallorcas for us, I do want to tell you that the hours on Google are not accurate. There's a lot of restaurants that say that they're still open, and when we get there, they're closed, or they literally close early. So just be mindful of that. Here's our reveal. This is the Mallorca, which is a sweetbread, and inside we have jamón y queso. I thought it would be sweeter. It needs more sugar. It's like a grilled ham and cheese with powdered sugar on top. So we found the restaurant El Balcón de Moreno. So we passed by this place so many times because it's kind of like on this main street here. And typically, you know, we try to avoid, you know, super touristy spots, but literally we're kind of desperate because there's nothing to eat. Or the one restaurant that we found is at, it's like the wait was like 45 minutes. So most of the restaurants here have QR codes for you to scan and take a look at the menu. So when you're in Puerto Rico, you'll also get these emails called Sarah alerts, which will ask you to fill out if you're experiencing any symptoms. And if you don't fill it out, they will send you another email to remind you to fill it out. So we've been doing this daily since we've been here. And there's a happy hour here too, so it's 2 for 10. 2 for 10 pina colada, 2 for 10 margarita, and something else, but we got 2 pina coladas. Let's see how it tastes. Our 2 for $10 pina coladas are here. Cheers. Cheers. So I ordered the mofongo with the carne fritas, which is fried pork. So yeah, the plantains and onions and the fried pork. And Jose was so obsessed with my arroz con pollo the other day that he had to order arroz con pollo again. Well, we're back to report on how our dinner was at El Balcón de Moreno. So Jose food had to be returned to the kitchen because it had too many chicken bones in there, almost killed him. And then my mofongo was on the drier side. So I would say go there for the happy hour, skip the food. Good morning. We're back here at Mallorca because we tried to come here last night. And supposedly they were open till 5, but nope, they're already closed. So today we made it and it's 9 o'clock. I don't know what it is about this Puerto Rican weather, this Puerto Rican air, but it's making me sleep like 11 hours a night. So last minute, we decided that we are going to rent a car and we are going to drive to El Yunque. And the reason why we didn't plan to go to El Yunque before this trip is because we were supposed to reserve tickets to go in and I couldn't get the tickets to reserve. And now all of a sudden, if you go from end of November to December something, you actually don't need tickets to go in. So we're renting a car because supposedly Ubers can't go in, and then when you're trying to leave, you can't get a call. You can't make any calls or get an Uber to come back, so you might be stranded. Our Mallorcas are here. So this is mine. See all that powdered sugar? Mine has jamón y queso, aka ham and cheese. Jose's has an egg. We made it to El Yunque National Forest. Well, at least we made it to the sign, the first sign. We made it to our first stop, which is going to be La Coca Falls. This is just there's a parking spot behind us that we parked at. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of people, and we got a pretty late start to the day. It's already 11:40. Here we have the map of El Yunque National Forest. So we're here, La Coca Falls, and we are just gonna make our way up. We're here, we're at Yakahu Tower, which is like a 2-minute drive from our last point, the La Coca Falls. You know what I like about this place so far is that at each stop, there's a parking lot, and it's not too busy, kind of. It's not a lot of spots, but it's not that busy. And I don't have to walk anywhere. Drive, park, go, drive, park, go. Line for you to stand in if you want to get into the tower and walk up. And there's somebody at the door monitoring and letting everybody in. You get a whole 360 view of El Yunque up here. Next up on our stop, it is Juan Diego Creek, and everybody's wearing a bathing suit, so I feel overdressed. Make sure you bring some swimwear, swimsuit if you plan on coming to El Yunque, because you get the opportunity to go in the little creek, which I don't have the opportunity to do. So I don't know if you can see, but we're trying to go up to the Mount Britain Tower, which is right over there. It's the shortest hike that they have. The trail is like 45 minutes each way. It doesn't say that it's challenging, so I'm hoping it's not challenging. We made it, and it took us 25 minutes, not 45, which is even better. So the sign said it's 45 minutes and it's difficult. I would say it takes 25 minutes? 25 minutes each way. And is it difficult? Well, it's steep and the pathway is narrow. So if there's, two-way traffic, you kind of have to step to the side. But at least it's paved, okay? It's paved. So highly recommend. So we're done with El Yunque. Since we have a rental car, we're gonna take advantage and drive around and get out of San Juan for the day.
From my experience at El Yunque, I think a rental car is definitely necessary. There are different points of interest, so it's nice to have a car to get from point to point.
So we were leaving El Yunque and we wanted to stop by Piñones Beach because it's supposed to have like a bunch of food kiosks right across the street, but the water. But we have yet to find it. I think we have to keep on going down, but we just decided to stop here because it looked really nice and the sun is setting soon, so we wanted to take advantage of some beach time. So here we are. No food, but the water is warm. Okay, so we finally found the spot that has all the food kiosks with the fried foods and everything. Found this spot behind us called the New Reef, and we're gonna get some pina coladas. It has a beautiful view of the ocean, and you can see San Juan and Old San Juan and Condado Beach. Unfortunately, all the seats were taken by the water, so we had to get a seat on the other side of the water, but that's fine. The food looks to be quite expensive, so we're just gonna get appetizers and a drink. Our pina coladas are here. I'm not sure if we had a meal here that wasn't fried, but we got some calamares fritas. And we got a sampler platter that has fried mozzarella, fried cheese, and also like cordon bleu. I don't know, is that cheese and ham? Oh my goodness. Que rico. Okay, this must be the cordon bleu, and I actually seen it in a couple restaurants that we've been to, so I'll eat it by itself first. Oh no, this is a fried cheese. It's literally fried cheese. I'm assuming this is the cordon bleu. Ham and cheese. Is that chicken on the outside? And this right here, it's a guava sauce. Interesting, sweet, and tasty. If you want strong pina coladas for $7 and a beautiful view of the sunset and the beach, then come to the new Reef. So we passed by this place on our first day here. So we're back and we're seated on the second floor. We're just gonna grab drinks here and then we're gonna get dinner somewhere else. I decided to get the passion fruit mojito, which looks so beautiful, so colorful, and so juicy. So one thing I haven't mentioned about Puerto Rico is that you can drink on the street. So it's just like Vegas here. So good. So we're here at Yeyos, and I hope this is good because this is the place we went to yesterday where they weren't closed, but as soon as I walked up, they closed. And I made sure that Jose called them twice today to ask them what time they closed and what time they stopped serving food.
Our beefsteak dish was really good and the pina coladas were delicious as well. I just wish we had more space in our stomach for food.
Good morning. It's our last day in Puerto Rico and we made it back to Cuatro Sombras because I needed to get the iced coquito latte. And I didn't know, but there was an option to have alcohol or to have it without alcohol. And what did I get? Con alcohol. Oh baby, she's creamy. So if you didn't know, a coquito is a Puerto Rican drink that they make, a Puerto Rican eggnog that they make during Christmas time. So a perfect time to have it. It's like cinnamon, rum, coconut, obviously whipped cream. Breakfast is here. We ordered the pina colada pancakes, which has a rum maple syrup. And then I ordered the Boricua or Boricuan Christmas omelet. It has pork and cheese, and I'll leave what it has on the screen.
We wanted a change of scenery for our last day in San Juan, so we head over to Condado Beach to try to have some breakfast and oversee the ocean. Unfortunately, we got more of like a poolside view. The food was not bad, the customer service was really good, but again, quite overpriced because it is in quite a touristy area.
We drove 5 minutes to Escambron Beach. It costs $5 if you want to park your car.
This beach is just a 5-minute drive from Condado Beach and about a 10-minute drive from Old San Juan, and we definitely highly recommend it because it's clean, the water was clear, there's stations for you to wash your feet, and there's restrooms, and also it's just so well maintained, so highly recommend. For one of the last stops on our trip, we headed over to La Factoría where they filmed the music video Despacito.
I ordered the Guaybana punch. It has Facto grog, Guanabana, chai tea, and clarified with milk. Jose got the champeta, which has Don Q añejo, piña, and ginger fermentation juice. Isn't this so pretty?
If you're in Old San Juan, you must go to La Factoría. The vibes are chill, the bartenders were super nice and friendly, and the drinks are very special and actually at a very good price. I would definitely come back here if I'm back in Old San Juan.
We are going to get the mofongo because the sign outside says it's the best mofongo. Our mojito is here. We just got some vegetable soup that was passed around that we didn't order. Wow. So good. Creamy vegetable soup. Well, I hate to end our trip on a bad note, but we had to leave the restaurant because the food took forever to come and we are kind of sort of on a time crunch, but also the food did take forever to come. So we just paid the check and then we went to Burger King because we wanted to get just food so that we can eat before we go to the airport. And I don't know what's going on. I was like the next person in line, but they're doing something with the register. And then we try to go back to Mallorca to get some of the Mallorca sandwiches with jamon and queso, and they're closed. We have no luck with food. All I wanted was to eat like mofongo a couple times, and I only had it once. It was at that really crappy place. All right, guys, this is goodbye. We're running over to our gate because we're so late. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about San Juan or Puerto Rico, please make sure you leave it down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Adios. Decir que te amo forever. Con tu inglés malo, dejarte a ti pa' mí sería un regalo.